What's going on, YouTube? It's CHIEFTEXX Films, your tour guide on the road to elevating your image. And on this channel, I like to highlight my ups and downs so you can capitalize off of my wins and suffer none of my losses. If that's something you're interested in, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Click that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos. And today we talking about this rig, man. Y'all seen it. Y'all seen it drop in the last scene, man. That was a previous video, of course. Hence the shirt change. Man, speaking of the shirts, man, shirts going up for sale soon. Make sure y'all stay tuned. These CHIEFTEXX shirts is going up, man. I'll put some film quotes on there. It's gonna be live, man. So y'all stay tuned to that, revamping the site, all of that. But yeah, man, let's get into this rig, man. Hold on, I forgot one thing. All right. So here we go. I'm gonna show you the build from piece by piece so you can, before we get to talking about stuff, you see what I got. I got the FX Lion V-mount battery, the small rig V-mount plate. We got 15mm rods. We got a cage from, who did this cage? I think it's a small rig cage, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it's a small rig cage for the camera. We got a Field World monitor. We rocking the Field World monitor. We got a small rig handle. This handle is small rig. We got a tilter matte box on here. We got a tilter matte box, and with the small rig base plate. All right, that's all of the pieces. But I'm gonna show you the piece that got me, man. The piece that got that made my rig fall. Oh, the rig is fine, by the way. It just sounded a lot worse than what it really was. But the piece that got me is this piece right here in between the monitor and the handle. It's so tight right now. I put it on with some pliers. It's so tight right now. It ain't gonna come off. But I was holding it from this piece, and the the cold shoe goes up. So when I'm holding it here, the whole monitor just went up and made the whole rig fall, because that's where I was holding. That's where I usually hold it. I hold it like that with my finger on that piece. So right now it's solid, it ain't going nowhere. And this is how I like to shoot. Now, before, I mean, I guess it just depends on what mood I'm in. Sometimes I like just bringing out the camera, but definitely if I have it in this configuration, getting the most out of my footage. The matte box is stopping the lens flares from coming into the lens. On top of that, this matte box there's this, on the front of it, you can put filters on there. But I don't have those filters. I have the circular filters for each lens. I just like those better, just in case I'm not using the matte box. But that's two benefits of having a matte box. And then with the top handle, I fit with all of these cameras. And oh, I forgot to tell you, the camera that's powering all this is the Canon RP. Got some plus and negatives to the RP. Two of the most negatives situations with this camera for me is not being able to see my histogram on screen, not being able to see my crop marks on screen, and not being able to monitor the audio. Like, you can see all of that stuff and then you press record and it'll go away. So, but it's the base model to Canon's new line of RF glass cameras, and I just wanted to get an introduction into it. And to be honest with you, the RP is very powerful if you know what you're doing with it. Another downside is the dynamic range. So if you got a subject outside in the sun, with this camera you don't want to overexpose, so you want to make sure your highlights are not blown out in any kind of way at all. So but the variations from light and dark are very minimal with this camera. The dynamic range is very minimal. So, but what I have learned, the way that I shoot is I make sure that I'm not clipping nowhere in the scene, and then it's pretty robust. It's 8-bit color, but it's pretty robust when you lift in the shadows. If you got the right if you got your exposure triangle set up the right way. So yeah, I just make sure that I bring it down for the highlights, and then I bring it up in post for the shadows, and that's been working for me. But ultimately, I'm gonna have the same rig, but I'm going back to Fuji, man, for a couple of reasons. For one, Fuji's colors are awesome also. Canon's colors are awesome. I love that about the RP. The colors are awesome. And Fuji's colors are awesome. But Fuji is just more geared for filmmakers, man, and in my opinion. You can see the histograms. You can monitor your audio. It's 10-bit 4K 60. I don't know if I'm going to go back to the XT4 or I'm going to go to the H2S. I don't know yet, but either one of those cameras would be leaps and bounds ahead of these cameras to me, in my eyes. Another reason why I want to get out of the Canon line and Sony and all of that is because these lenses are too expensive, man. If you want the best lenses, the L series glass and G Masters on the Sony side, $2,000 plus, man, just for the lens. Now, the camera is what it is. The FX3 is like $3,000-$4,000. All of the cameras are expensive also, but them damn lenses, too much money, man. And I'm not playing with y'all Canon, man, because I don't see no creators with these cameras producing that much better quality footage than I am. So I ain't playing with y'all, man. Y'all can say what y'all want to say about them lenses. They not worth $2,000, man. I got the base model lens. Just the kit lens on RP, and I demolish a lot of these filmmakers, man. So I'm not playing with y'all. I'm going to Fuji, and the prices is reasonable. The bodies is reasonable. The colors is amazing. 10-bit 4K 60. This don't even shoot 4K 60, man. Everything I'm putting out on this is 1080, which is cool. It's all right, for the internet. To me, the quality is not that much. It's not too bad for 1080 to me, man. So, that's the only way I can get 60 though. I always shoot in 60, 4K 60, 1080 60. I never shoot in 24. To me, I feel like, unless I'm shooting a movie, and even if I'm shooting a movie, I might shoot in 60. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like I can still get that cinematic look no matter what it is. As long as it's in 60, I'm making sure everything is crisp. That's just my style of shooting. You might be different, but yeah, man, I'm going to Fuji, and the rig ain't gonna change much. It's just I'm gonna have a different camera, different lens, and different cage. But that's the good thing about buying a rig, is that you can always upgrade to the next camera. The only other thing that I might do, I might stay. I'm gonna keep the RP because it's an excellent stills camera, and I do photo and video, so it's an excellent stills camera. I'm gonna keep the RP, and I might go get the Blackmagic 4K, just the regular 4K, not the Pro or none of that. I might get that for my video. So I don't know yet. We gonna see. Like I said, I like Fuji. I like their colors, but it's always good to have two bodies, man. That way I can keep my Blackmagic rigged up like this, and then if I have to do a photo shoot, I can always have the RP in the bag too. Right now, this is my only camera, so I have to pull this out of the cage for a photo shoot, which is exactly what I have to do right after this video. I gotta pull it out of this cage. So it's always good to have two bodies. And the Blackmagic 4K is only $1,200. You might find one way cheaper than that, man. But the image quality is still killing everything that Canon or Sony is dropping. And I don't care what nobody say, man. They not messing with Blackmagic. You might have to tweak you gotta know what you're doing color-wise. But it's raw, coming out of a straight out of camera, 4K 60. Come on, bro. They just now catching up to Blackmagic on the video side, and I'm telling you, man, I ain't playing with y'all. I ain't playing with Canon and Sony no more, man. Listen, for $1,200, you can have raw 4K 60 in a Blackmagic. It don't take pictures. That's the reason why I'm keeping this camera. But yeah, man, these other two companies, the two big giants, has still yet to catch up with the 4K. We on the 6K Pro, I done had the 6K Pro before, so I know that Canon or Sony is not messing with them. And the lenses is cheap, especially for the 4K, because that's micro four thirds. Them lenses is dirt cheap. Image quality is still crazy, man. So that's the update on my camera situation, man. Y'all seen me take a disaster. You seen it take a disastrous fall, but we back in business, man. And we got a photo shoot today, and we got a music video shoot later on today. So I gotta pull this out of the cage for the photo shoot, and then we back rocking with this whole rig for the music video shoot, which y'all will see the behind the scenes footage of. I'm gonna always keep these behind the scenes videos coming, so y'all subscribe to the channel if y'all like content like that. I'm out, but y'all keep them cameras rolling.